And joining us in Austin's Business Report right now is Professor Saeed Lrandoust, the president of Asia Institute of Technology. Good afternoon, Professor Saeed.
Hello,
Good
Professor.
afternoon. Good afternoon from AIT.
Professor, can you tell us what's the situation at the AIT right now? Because we've been hearing conflicting reports about whether or not the AIT compound has been flooded. Can you give us the correct updates?
I'm very happy to let you know that AIT is not flooded. We remain stable and fully functional. We are not flooded.
Well, that's very good to hear. What are the preventive measures that you have for the flood fight?
We have established a very strong team among the three neighboring institutions, namely AIT, NASDA, and Thammasat University.
Okay.
So we have a common strong team monitoring the situation and also taken a number of important preventive actions. And we have been able to jointly make sure that our three campuses remain stable and functional.
Professor Saeed, and do you agree with the voice from AIT that the proposal to let water flow naturally over the use of sandbags to prevent water from entering Bangkok?
Actually, both yes and no. I think it's very important that there is a strategy, a plan in place for water to flow.
Yes.
In that sense, we need, in a number of cases, also to build up dew dikes and sandbags, also barriers, but not forever. I think just as a temporary actions to buy some more time to plan in more details a more distributed water flow, so there's not too much pressure to one certain area.
I see, I see.
Because that would be very difficult to handle for any kind of place or institution. So water must actually flow somewhere. And it's very important that this is taken into consideration, how to distribute, how to lead or redirect the big amount of big volume of water which is coming from north.
Well, they've been
but I don't think it's a question of completely letting the water flow naturally. We need to plan. But water needs to fall down, that's for sure. But it can also be redistributed in order to cover the bigger area. That's important to reduce the pressure to certain areas.
Yes, Professor. There have been criticisms that the government is not doing a right job in tackling the flood problems. How would you evaluate the performance of the government?
I believe this is a huge task for any government. I mean, to be honest with you, and also to be just unfair to the government, this is an issue which requires long-term strategy, long-term plan. This is too big for any government to handle on ad hoc basis. Actually, what we see here today is effect of strategies, plans of many governments from the past. I think what's important to realize is that it's a huge task for the government. We need to learn from the experiences, from the mistakes done. And after this crisis is over, we have to make sure that the institutions capable to address these issues in long term sit together and have a long-term strategy. This is not the issue for politicians only. We need to involve professional scientists and make sure that there is a long-term, stable flood master plan, updated flood master plan available, so that politicians can work on long-term basis. Actually, what is very sad is that many times we work on ad hoc basis, and this is never going to work. So, but it's not fair to blame a certain government because it's what we see today is the effect of many decisions made or not made for many years in the past.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Professor, for joining us in ASEAN Business Report.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to all of you. Bye.
All right.